Good morning. I'm Jim Wright, and this episode of River Guides is we are going to look at the Upper Chattahoochee River, preferably known as the Hooch. This is section 3 of this 435-mile river, and the goal of this episode of River Guides is to give you a guide to the river. I'm going to provide aerial photography to kind of show which routes to go through, and then GoPro footage to show you that first person perspective. Right now I'm at the put-in for the Upper Hooch section 3. This is a great river to train and get ready for harder rivers like the Nantahala or the Ocoee. Right now the level is around 2-3, so that's a good beginner level. So sit back and enjoy this episode of River Guides.
The Upper Chattahoochee, or Upper Hooch, is one of the most popular whitewater rivers in Georgia. There are no difficult rapids, which makes it a great river to practice and train on. However, the Hooch has numerous Class 2+ rapids, which go into Class 3 as the water rises. The river is boatable year-round, even in the drier months of the summer. To get there from Atlanta, head northeast on Interstate 85 to I-985, which becomes US 23. Stay on this for some 20 miles past Gainesville. Turn left onto Route 384, Georgia Route 384, Duncan Bridge Road. Stay on this for 4.3 miles. Cross the river and takeout will be on the first road on the right, called Megan Drive. Go down the hill and bear right to see Wildwood Outfitters and park on the other side of the building in the huge grass lot. Shuttles run from March to October, and shuttle fee will be around $10. To reach the put-in, leave the Outfitters, make a right onto Duncan Bridge Road, stay on it for 2.6 miles, and turn right at the stop sign onto Georgia 254. About another mile, turn right onto Georgia 115, cross the bridge over the river again, and turn right into the parking area. If you are not shuttling, make sure that you buy a parking pass. Today I will be using William Neely's map of the Chattahoochee River as an overview of what I will be talking about and breaking these rapids down. So I'll talk about the put-in rapid first, and then Buck Shoals, which is a long rapid. At the end is Canoe Eating Rock, the 3 ledges, false horseshoe, actual horseshoe, and then the takeout, which is past the Iron Bridge. So here we are at the put-in, which is on River Left. You go down the hill from the parking lot, and you go ahead and put in 3 different locations. There's a good little practice wave for surfing, attainments, and just kind of warming yourself up for the river. We head downstream, and about 100 yards you come up to the first put-in rapid. Typically we enter this rapid on the right and follow the downstream V through the right channel, which you can see on the video clip. There is a left line, but it's a little shallow and best to run that at higher water. There are multiple lines that you can bounce your way through this rapid. This is a great practice rapid again, and you can also do laps on this as well in higher water. You can attain back up and just run it over and over and over and over again. After the put-in rapid, you're going to experience some flat water for half a mile or so, and the river is going to bend a few times. The last bend will be on the left, and then you'll make your approach to Buck Island Shoals. This rapid has 3 main parts, the upper, middle, and lower, and we're going to break down each of those parts. As we make our approach to Buck Island, you just want to stay left and follow the downstream V's. In the picture, you're going to see I've drawn a blue line showing the route to the left line of Buck Island Shoals. There is a right line, but you really need to have higher water for that to be run. So we're going to go ahead and look at Buck Shoals and how to run this rapid. Alright, here goes. Buck Island Shoals, the upper part. We have ventured all the way to River Left. We're following the black line through that downstream V. Okay, you'll see that there are two routes you can take. You can go left of the big rock, and you'll see this in the first person view of that big rock. Just make sure you avoid that. Or you can go to the right of it. You rejoin the current, and then you follow it down. And we'll keep talking about, you keep staying left all the way through the upper part of Buck Shoals, and we'll talk about what you do in the middle and then the end. There will be eddies to catch if you need a break on the way through this part. There's some good surfing waves as well. In this episode of River Guides, I try to run through the rapid straight through just to kind of give you an idea of where the routes are going to be. But you really should catch eddies and break down a rapid. It makes it easier to digest small portions of it. So you're going to see two different versions of running Buck Island Shoals, the upper part. One where I run straight through, and then the second one is where I catch the eddy on river left and then leave it. After Buck Island, we stay left, and you'll go past a series of islands, and the last island, you'll see a rock sort of in the left center of the river. You want to go to the left of that rock and start making your way over to the right, center right of the river. This is the middle section of the Buck Island Shoals. You'll run this class 2 boogie water, and then there will be an eddy on river left that you'll catch in the middle of the river. And this will prepare us for the last part, which is called Canoe Eating Rock, right above Buck Island Beach. We leave the big eddy and we approach the last part of Buck Island Shoals, the lower part. And we're going to go all the way to river right, quarter of a mile or so. And then the last rapid on this is called Canoe Eating Rock. Once we get past Canoe Eating Rock, we will be at the beach at Buck Island. So we've made our way to river right through the lower half of Buck Island Shoals. And if we follow the downstream V, we're going to run into a rock called Canoe Eating Rock. It's right in the middle of the downstream V. Anything below 2.5, you really should go to the right or the left of the rock. And that's what I've illustrated with the blue line. We're still kind of on the downstream V. We're just going to go a little bit to the right, a little bit to the left. If it's over 2.5, closer to 3, you can launch off of Canoe Eating Rock, which is really fun. I'm going to show you one clip where it's below 2.5 and I go to the right of Canoe Eating Rock. And then there's another clip where it's over 2.5 and I launch off of Canoe Eating Rock. After the beach at Buck Island, you'll continue going downstream. There's minor rapids to work on skills, practice them, until you get to the next major rapid, which is a class 2 3 ledges. 3 ledges is 3 ledges that are back to back to back. In higher water, it becomes one continuous rapid. The image that you see is showing an upstream view of 3 ledges. Up at the top is the first ledge, and then in the center is second ledge, and then in the foreground is the third ledge. And as you can see by the line, you kind of start left, work your way to the center, and then you're back to river left to run these 3 rapids. As you approach first ledge, you can see the river. We're going to follow the current from river right to river left. You'll see a big rock in the river, and you know to go just to the left of that rock. But you need to be careful because there's a rock in the middle of the rapid, so we go either to the right of that rock or to the left of that rock as the lines show you. Also on river right, there's a ledge to this that you can run as well. It's not usually in play because there's a lot of strainers that show up there, so I didn't draw any lines for that, but I do have a video clip where you'll see that river right line. After you have run first ledge, you make your way back to river center left to set up for second ledge. As you can see in the picture, you could actually run the ledges, but there's a little downstream V to the right of that, and then you take a little dog leg back to the left where the rock is, and then you head your way river left to set up for third ledge. As you can see in the picture, there are many eddies to catch. There's a number of kayakers in an eddy during the time of this picture. But this is second ledge. And now we're here at third ledge. Once again, there are multiple routes you can take, but I have illustrated 2 routes that are possible. The one on the left would be the most easiest, I guess, the most conservative, and then the one that skirts the hole would be a little bit more difficult. In the video clips, you're going to see I go to the river left one, and then the second clip is I punch the hole. Now it says bad hole. It can flip over the unsuspecting paddler. For novice, I would probably just avoid it at this rate. But once you get more experience, you can go and play around the hole, as you can see the kayaker in the yellow boat is about to do. Three ledges. You will see first ledge, and on river right, the horrible wood gathering there. That's why it's not good to run that. You'll see second ledge and kayakers playing around in the eddies in the current. Then we'll move on to third ledge, and then we'll paddle for half a mile, maybe a little bit longer of class 2 boogie water on our approach to False Horseshoe. As we were making our approach to False Horseshoe, I just want to stop and take a moment and reflect on the beauty of this river. And seeing it from the air, it just makes it so much more beautiful, and you get to see the beauty from a different vantage point. The water was crystal clear on this day, and the sun was shining. It was just a perfect day. So we shouldn't take rivers for granted and enjoy the natural beauty that they are. Now we're coming up to one of my favorite rapids on the river, called False Horseshoe. You can notice this rapid because there's a beach at the bottom of the rapid on river left. But basically, you start river right and you work your way river left until you get to the final ledge where there is a pretty keepy hole at the bottom. So make sure you get a good booth stroke off of it and keep paddling through it because it can flip you and cause you to swim. Alright, now we made it to Horseshoe Rapid, our last class 2. We're going to move from river right to river left, kind of following the main current. Once you see that thin rock, you're going to stay to the left of that and then follow the horseshoe around the big rock to the beach on river left. Alright, with the picture in the upper right, you can see that there are 2 main lines you could run past that fin. You could do the inner line or the outer line. Generally higher water, you could do the outer line, and then lower water, the inner line. This clip, I'm trying to follow the current with the aerial drone to kind of show you where you should hit your line. In this POV perspective, you can see I start river right center, and I start making my way left. I see the fin-shaped rock, and I stay to the left of that. I go the far way. I could cut over right here and take the low water route, but it was a little up, so I decided to go the higher water route, and it worked out. I went through the rapid, hit a little bit of rocks there, but I was okay. About a mile past Horseshoe, you'll see an old iron bridge, and that'll be your key to know that you're near the takeout. The takeout will be on river right, just before the Duncan Bridge Road bridge.
So after about 4 miles, you'll go past an old iron bridge. The takeout will be shortly on the right, and that completes our journey of the Upper Hooch. Hope you have enjoyed this river guide and you've learned something from this. Please like, subscribe, share with your friends. See y'all later. Bye.